Last night took a L, but tonight I bounce back. Wake up every morning, by the night I count stacks. Knew that ass was real.
Are y'all ready to have a good time? All right, that's a little bit better. So, I am really excited to introduce our first speaker because I've gotten to know him a little bit, and I know that he's going to get you guys ready. He's going to set the tone where we need it to be. He's going to leave you with something that's going to make your day a little bit better. So, can I get everyone's attention so that I can introduce our first speaker, please? Thank you. Make sure I get all the facts right. All right, so Mr. Lejorne Leys. Lejorne is a transparent leader with proven skills of working directly with individuals from diverse academic, socioeconomic, and cultural backgrounds. He believes in the power of education, social intelligence, and transformational leadership. Lejorne's transformational style of leadership truly developed during his undergrad years at the Long Island University CW Post Campus, in roles such as resident assistant, orientation leader and coordinator, and the charter president of the LIU chapter of the NAACP, all while earning his Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Extremely passionate about providing positive life coaching and mentorship for young adults, Lejorne spent 3 years as an internship and career coordinator for an alternative high school before accepting a position at one of America's most prestigious Ivy League universities as a career counselor. So he's out here trying to make everybody's lives better, so make sure you get to know him. So he now utilizes his expertise to help undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral students access professional success in the tech industry as a recruiter at Twitter. Everybody's heard of Twitter, right? Okay. So Lejorne continues to build on his ability to effectively impact the lives of those he encounters in a whole new way while remaining true to his belief that persistence leaves no man hanging, but only grants success to those who try. So can you all make sure that you give me a nice, warm, loud, enthusiastic turn up? Welcome to Mr. Lejorne Leys.
Last night took a L, but tonight I bounce back. Wake up every morning, by the night I count stacks. Knew that I was real when I hit it, bounce back. You ain't get the shit. Last night took a L, but tonight I bounce back. I'm the brokest hell.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Well, first of all, thank you, Danielle, for that wonderful introduction. I don't think I could have did myself that justice that you just did, so thank you. Before I jump into the information that I want to cover today, I want to stop for a second and give a quick shout out to one of my best friends, Kimberly Brown. I don't know if many of you know this today, but today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Kimberly! Kimberly, thank you so much for allowing me to use this platform to kind of share my story. And then the other thing I want to do really quickly before I kind of jump into what I want to speak about today is I want to give a round of applause to all of you guys. I'm pretty positive that you saw the Instagram videos for the past month, the Facebook advertisements, and you didn't come here just for the turn up, or you didn't come here just for, you know, drinks and free food. Each of you came here because you want to be inspired, you want to be empowered. So I think that requires you to give yourself a round of applause. So give yourself a round of applause. You guys care about your own professional and personal development. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, my first job out of undergrad, I worked at a small liberal arts college where I served as a admissions recruiter. So I got the opportunity to go around to different schools in the borough and encourage students to pursue higher education as, like, you know, something to allow them to be stable socially and economically in the future. So that was a good time. I got to inspire students, that was my thing. And then my second job, I got to work with a nonprofit organization at a alternative high school in Brooklyn, New York, and that was pretty dope. I enjoyed that because not only did I get to go into work at around 11, between like 11 and 1, I'm not a morning person, so that was exciting. But I also enjoyed that job because I had the opportunity to really watch students grow and develop, you know, coming in as a freshman and graduating. So I stayed there for 3 years. And then I got this call to pursue an opportunity to work at an Ivy League. And I remember that moment where I called my mom and I was like, yo, Mom, like, my career is set, like, I'm good, I'm about to be working at the Ivies. thinking back to me as a kid, growing up in Jamaica, moving here, and barely making it through high school to now be working with some of the brightest and the smartest people on the planet, it was such a huge accomplishment. And that translated into the first month. So the first month was like, yes, I love my job. Like, I get to work with the smartest people ever, right? The second month, I was like, all right, this is cool. I can get jiggy with this. And then the third month rolled around, and it was cool. Like, I got to develop strategy, create marketing plans for an internship program at a really good institution. But then, like, fast forward to like the 5th month, I started to think like, oh, kind of like I'm doing right now, like sweating, like, shit, like, is the semester almost over yet? Like, I'm kind of over this job. And then fast forward to the 6th month, 7th month, the depression started to kick in. Like, things got to get really cloudy. Like, I just really started to hate waking up to go to work in the morning. And then 8th month rolled around, and I remember just being in this place where I just didn't feel like myself anymore. And I walked into work one day and I quit my job. Like, literally just handed in my resignation on the spot and was like, yeah, this is over. I'm out of here. And I do not recommend anyone doing that, by the way. Like, that is not a good idea. Please do not think that that's what I'm saying. It's not a good idea. And I remember I was on my way in and I was listening to a recording that I did of kind of crazy. I remember I did a recording 3 days after I quit the job, and I was listening to the recording as I was coming in, and I heard myself like choking up because I was so beat down. Like, I was at the peak of my career, right? And now I was just like, I quit, right? I had no connections, no recommendations, like I was done. And it was the most disturbing feeling I've ever been through, and I was just bad. It's bad. And I don't know if any of you have ever gone through like some really depressing, dark, deep stuff, like at work, in a relationship or whatever, but it's not a good feeling. But I'm proud to tell all of you today that I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in my life right now. Not because I'm here with all of you today, not because I'm best friends with Kimberly and get to work with her on a regular basis, but I'm really excited because that experience taught me one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced. And that's, we all have the ability to bounce back. That was why I chose that track to kind of walk out to, because I feel like sometimes we forget that we possess this inner phoenix, right? Like, a phoenix is a bird that raises from the ashes, right? And I think sometimes we all forget that we possess that thing. And what I learned going through that experience was that I have that within myself, and I need to use that. And the way that I tapped into that was by doing 3 things. The first thing I did was I took the time to really think about, yes, this experience was terrible, but what are the positive things that came out of the experience, right? Like, what are the things that I learned about myself? And what I learned was that I can function off of no sleep. Like, 48 hours straight, no sleep, and I didn't go to work wanting to knock somebody's kufi off because I was, so tired. Yes, I just said kufi. Yes, I'm from the Bronx. I said kufi. The second thing that I learned, and probably one of the most important things that I learned, was that in order to manifest greatness within yourself, it requires a shift in your mindset, right? Like, you have to change the way you think about life. You have to change the way you think about yourself. You have to change the way that you process your thoughts. So while I was in this really, really low moment, while I was in this rut, the only thing that could bring me out of that was me. But it required me to shift who I was, who I thought I was, right? So right now, I want to challenge all of you that whatever it is that you may be going through that might not be the best thing for you right now, understand that you can bring yourself out of that. And the third thing that I learned, which is absolutely the most important thing right now for you to take away from this conversation that we're having, is that do the things that make you happy and toss the things that don't. I'm gonna repeat that again one more time. Do the things that make you happy and toss that bullshit that doesn't. See, because when I was going through this rut, when I was going through this phase of just unhappiness, The thing that brought me out the most was the people that I didn't get to spend time with because I was so busy working. I didn't get to see my friends, my family. I didn't get to just hang out, listen to podcasts. I was so consumed with work that I forgot who I was. So I really encourage all of you that, if you want to manifest your true greatness, you want to be the person that you know that God created you to be, start with shifting your mindset, assessing what your strengths are, and 3, do the things that make you happy and toss the things that don't. Thank you guys for coming to the Empowerment Social. I'm so excited to see all of you, and I'm happy to network. Thank you.
So Lejorne, thank you for that. Can you go ahead and tell everybody how to be in touch with you in social media?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, and I'm not saying this because I work for the company, but follow me on Twitter at @StoicLeys. That's the best way to contact me. I'm constantly on Twitter at STOICLEYS at twitter.com.
Thank you. So guys, thank you for Lejorne giving us that little nugget.
They took an L, but you're not a bounce back, boy. I've been broke as hell, catch the check and bounce back. D-Town LA.